Hi, this video is all about getting you some better range and some mobility and flexibility. So it might be a great video to do if you just want a day off from high intensity interval training, or you might do it either as a warm up or as part of your cool down. Still going to work you really hard. I'm going to transition between exercises and I've got a timer running on about 30 seconds. So the first exercise we're going to do is we're just going to be breathing into a squat and breathing out. So you're going to be breathing in and breathing out. So just starting to get some range. I'm going to start the timer. So when we're ready, let's go. So breathing in at the bottom and breathing out as you rise. So just starting to open up that chest at the top and really starting to find a bit of range with that squat. So depending on whether this is the first thing you're doing or if you've just done some HIIT, will depend on what type of range you have. So we're going to keep with this squat pattern to begin with. So just breathing in and opening up through that chest at the top, breathing in and opening up. This time we're going to come down. You're going to try and take that squat as low as possible and you're going to create some pressure. So you're just going to try and push those knees apart and then you're going to relax and see if you can drop a little lower. So you press in, create some of that tension, and then relax down and see if you can press a little bit lower. So one more time. So pressing in, create that tension, and then see if you can drop that arm a little bit lower, just opening up through those hips. Good, we're going to bring it up this time. So we're going to be breathing in, and all we're going to do is we're going to start pulling through the chest and start moving in that lateral direction. So you're breathing in and breathing out. So start to really pull that other elbow out the way. So breathing in and out. So we're going to change sides. So just make sure you've got enough room. You're going to start to feel that thigh on the other side now start to open. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in the middle and then taking it to the side. So breathing in the middle and then to the side. So just keep that going. Breathing in and then opening through the chest. Good, we're going to start now to pull up. So you're still going to come down to squat and then you're just going to pull up that left side. So breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. So building some heat through those legs, lengthening through those muscles. We're going to move on to the other side now. So breathing in and breathing out. So still get that squat. See how low you can go. And then open up through that chest. Breathing in. Lengthen that leg. Open that chest. And then we're going to do both sides. So you're going to alternate from left to right. So now, so breathing in. So through the middle with that squat and then opening up through the sides. So 10 seconds left. We'll be moving off the squat and coming into a downward dog. Breathing in. So for the first 30 seconds, just going to hold that downward dog. So come into your downward dog position and you're just going to try and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Try and get some lengthening down the back of those calf muscles and just relax here. So really pushing those legs into the ground and feeling a really nice stretch through the calf. And we're going to start to go into a yoga lunge. So we're here initially, but get ready because we're going to start to lift that left leg. So that left leg's going to come up high. You're going to drop down and just bring that leg and open up through the hips. And then it's going to come back up, press into downward dog, and then it's going to come here into lunge. So opening up through the hip flexors and then bringing it back down. So again, pushing up and then bringing it down. So up and bringing it back down. Good, so next time, take that right leg high and then bring that right leg as high as you can up next to that hand. So really feel that opening up through the hips, both on this move and when we're going down. Keep it nice and strong. So pushing and then pressing into that hip. Good, so bring it back into downward dog. That leg's going to go up again. This time you're going to bring it here and then you're just going to tip and open up through the chest. Bring that hand back down and back to downward dog. So leg goes up, foot touches near hand, and then you open up through that chest. So don't miss out on any of the moves. Bringing it there and looking over. Good, you guys are going to change. So you're going to be on the right hand side, so right leg goes up, sweep it, and then you're turning to face the other way. So back into downward dog, leg up, land that foot, and then open up through that chest. Really think about that chest opening, leg up, land that leg, and there. Good, so this time we're going to be in downward dog. You're going to try and lunge that leg now forward. So it's not going to go on the outside, it's going to go in between the hands, and then all you're going to do is lean back. Bring those hands down and take it back. So that left leg again, lunges in between the hands if you need to. You can give it a helping hand, and you're going to lean back. Good, and the hands down. So we're here, lunging forward and opening. Your option on this one is not to land that knee and just keep it upright, so we're changing onto that right side. But if you need the stability, it's all about that frontal stretch, so you can just either keep it up or land it back down. You're nearly there. So just reaching above the head, feeling a nice opening through that hip. Good, so we're in downward dog this time. We're going to roll into plank. This time what you're going to do is you're going to take your knee round, and then it's going to go up, stay in the air if you can, and in, and then back to downward dog. So roll it into plank. It's going to go round, back, and in, and then back into downward dog. So rolling into plank, knee to elbow, back, knee in and down. So switching sides, pulling that knee in, lift it, out to elbow and down. So down into plank, knee to elbow, take it back and in. Good, so roll into plank, knee to elbow, squeeze it back and in. Really nice, one more time. Back and in. Okay, for this one guys, just get yourself something soft. I'm just going to take a moment to set this one up. So it's really good for opening up through the hips. So again, do listen to your body and don't try and force yourself into anything you're not comfortable in. So what you're going to do is you're going to take those legs nice and wide. You're going to try and turn the feet out so they're like a frog, but ankles in line with knees. And initially we're just going to come down. So all we're going to do is see if we can just hold it here. Try and find a nice comfy position. And we're just really working on opening up through the hip flexors. So try and stay nice and straight through your back. Keep your eye gaze just slightly forward with those hands. Really nice. And once you've been there a while, you might feel like you can open out a little bit more. Good, so we're going to actually bring it up here. So we're going to stay with the frog legs. We're just going to come over and we're just going to lower and then back into center and lower. So again, you're going to feel a real stretch through the hip flexors. Breathing in as we come down and breathing out as we squeeze to the top. So I don't think we often open up through our hips. So if this isn't comfortable, might be a really good exercise for you to be doing. Good. Okay guys, so bring those back in and just take a rest. You can just lean it back if you need to and push that pelvis up to the sky just to release, and bring it back down and push it back up and bring it back down onto those heels just to relieve those hip flexors a little bit. Okay, the next exercise that we're going to get into is a hurdler. So firstly, let's take that left leg in front. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to come down here, you're going to come up onto that knee, you're going to kick back, and then you're going to come down and down again. So you come up onto that opposite knee, kick back, open up through those hips, come down and down again. So feeling a really nice stretch through the outside of those glutes, and you're really there and up. So really leaning back. Good. You're going to switch legs, so the other leg comes into hurdle stretch. You're just leaning on it. So we press down, up into that opposite knee, kick back, down and down. So pressing up, kick back, down and down. So hopefully feeling it on that butt cheek, pressing down and coming back up. Really good. Okay, so you're going to roll onto your back. It's going to do a little bit of work for the hamstrings. So again, if we've got jobs where we're sitting down a lot, they can get really, really tight. So firstly, what you're going to do is just take one leg long, and all we're going to do is bend it, pull it in, and then we're going to flex it up and try and pull it in. So hold it for a few seconds, then bend it and pull it in, and then flex it and pull it in. Good. We're going to change legs. So you've got that bend and pull, and then flex and try and pull that in again. So there's that bend, squeeze, and then flex, squeeze. Really nice. So bend, squeeze, and then flex and squeeze. So we're going to come into our last move, which is called the happy baby. I think it's lovely. It's a good reason I'm not wearing a pair of shorts right now though. So what you're going to do is you're going to try and find just the soles of your feet and hold the insides. And then the challenge is to try and lengthen through as much as you can. So if you have the flexibility, you can take it really long. If you don't yet have the flexibility, just find your comfy space or keep the knees a bit more bent. But if you can, you're trying to keep lower back to the ground, and then just hold it here. So we're going to go for another 30 seconds, just lengthening through those legs. We're working those muscles really hard. So it's really important that we take time to lengthen them and stretch them. Really important part of your programming is to get a couple of really good stretches. So not just maintenance, but progression stretches too. So just holding if you can, flexing a little bit more. Feeling that really nice pull through the legs. Bring those legs in. We're going to bring it up to stand. Bring it up all the way, just nice and slowly so you don't feel lightheaded. And all we're going to do is breathe in and breathe out up onto tippy toes. So let it go. Ooh, try not to fall over. So another really important part of your exercise is mobility. So that last little bit, we're just going to do some rotations. So you're going to tip back, you're just going to hang, and you're going to let the hands hang. And then when you're ready, you're just going to start with a little rotation through the spine. Let that weight fall. Take it round the corner. Feel that stretch through the calves. And you're going to be nearly done. Awesome work, guys. So nice breath in. Breathe up to the sky. 2 more of those. Reset hopefully for your day or for your exercise if you've just done this to get warmed up. And yeah, get another video on. All right, well done, guys.